Oliver Coyle.
Justin Curran.
Finally. It's like I said going in, we have probably 10 plus hours, if not more, on TikTok Live.
Yeah.
And then we have an unreleased podcast that I don't even have anymore.
You don't have it?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
From the graveyard.
It's better that you don't.
Yeah. Just talking about how. Yeah. Classic. Yeah, I know. Yep. Yep. Also wearing the hat and sunglasses because another sty. Classic.
Another day, another sty.
Another day, another sty. So, Oliver Coyle, welcome in officially.
Thank you.
Let's hope we can use this. I think we can. Yeah, we'll be able to use it.
You can't go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, we can't go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Am I holding this? Am I good?
Yeah.
This? Okay.
Like fist away, if not closer.
Oh, I know fists. Okay.
Yeah. You know fists.
Fists.
Yeah. Kyle taught us all about fists.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yep.
So similar positions, you and I, but different because you have an actual job and you like it, right?
I do.
I don't want to get you fired.
No. Well, so I actually was going to mention.
Yeah.
Only positive things about.
Only positive.
Positive things.
Yeah.
Because I mean, any job is hard.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how should I get into this? Should I start talking about when I first came here?
Do you want to talk about your first job?
Well, should I talk about how I got to this job, or should I just talk about the job I'm currently working and like why?
Let's start off with your first job.
First job.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can edit any of this out too.
Okay. True. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Fuck. You can keep that in, but bleep his name out. Okay. So yeah, I mean, everyone knows your story because you've shared. Yeah, I've let it listen, so I know. Yeah. So I came out here in August of 2022. I got my job offer at a talent management company in mid-early August, and they were like, if you want the position, you have to get out here in a week and a half and start working. And I'm like, oh my God, I've wanted to live here for a while and work in entertainment. And it was the only job offer I got, so I took it. And 2 weeks later, I was at my desk in Studio City working for 3 people. I was on a triple desk. It's a lot of work, basically. I don't, because not everyone listening to this is in entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. A triple desk, I don't know anyone that's been on one. At most, people work a double desk. So you're basically an assistant for 2 partners, 2 managers, 2 agents. But for me, it was 3. And yeah, I started there and I got a bad feeling about it. And I was talking to my parents. They're like, yeah, it's just your first job. The first month is always hard at a new job. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, so 3 months later, I was done. There's a lot of shit happening to me. My car got broken into. Justin's apartment got fucked. we had similar starts. My car was broken into. I went to the hospital to get my appendix taken out. I had a heart thing with my heart. Just a bunch of one thing after another. When it rains, it pours. So it was a bunch of things. And my employers were definitely not supportive of, well, one employer specifically was not very supportive of everything that was going on. And it got to a point where I was being spoken to poorly in front of clients, and it was just a bad, toxic work situation. So I left and have never been happier in my life. And then I worked at, which is where Justin...
I never mentioned that name.
Okay. I worked at a pet store.
Yeah.
After I left my first company, I worked at a pet store that Justin ended up working at.
Correct.
Yeah. So I was there. When was I there? I was there from October, like end of October until early mid-January. And then I got a job at my current place where I work in talent management. No, not, what am I saying? I don't work in talent management. That's where I used to work. I work in entertainment PR. And yeah, my friend Hannah got me my job. She referred me. Shout out Hannah. And yeah, now it's a lot of work. If you're in entertainment, it's always going to be a lot of work and it's stressful. But I like it more than my first one.
Yeah. So going back, when did you realize the first job was bad? To say the least.
Like the first day. I won't lie. I mean, I just moved across the country. I'm from Boston, if viewers don't know.
Yeah.
I just moved across the country, and that alone, it's crazy.
a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a culture shock, everything. And I grew up coming here because I have family here. It's a shock. And I graduated college a few months before. I'm starting a real job. I'm like living on my own. I'm paying for my apartment, my car, like everything. And I didn't have time to settle in. And so I thought it was just a bunch of factors. I didn't have an apartment yet. So I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe it's not the actual job. Maybe it's just because life is like hard right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to be a person. But in hindsight, yeah, first day I walked in, and interacted with someone in my office. Oh, it was bad.
Was it the big bad boss?
The big bad boss.
First day.
First day.
That's impressive.
First day. Yeah.
You were just like, fuck this guy.
I got bad vibes.
Yeah. What did he do? Without getting too specific.
The first day. Well,
yeah.
What did he do? The first day or?
Yeah. Like what first impression?
Well, so when I was interviewing and they offered me my job, the call they offered me, when they offered me the job, I was on the phone with.
Is there spider web in here?
No, it's just I think it's Sadie's hair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They called me. It was a group call. And they're like, oh, we want to offer you the job, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, oh, there are lots of like really fine girls that live here. You should get an apartment. Like when I lived here, there were all these porn stars that lived near me. And I'm like, So like sick, but like, dude, you don't know me.
Yeah.
And you're hiring me to work professionally. And
This was during the interview or this was first day?
My first, I don't even know if I told you about my
I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, that was when they offered me the job. I had an interview with all of them at the same time once, and that was very normal. But my first interview was this she was an assistant, got promoted, and she's calling me on her drive back home from the office. And I pick up and I hear like her on the highway, and she's just yelling into the phone, complaining about her old assistant that they just fired. Just complaining about how bad she was and all this stuff. And I'm like, why are you complaining? You should not tell me about your assistant at all, even if they were good. Just don't mention them.
Yeah.
You shouldn't tell me, oh yeah, she sucked. Like she didn't know what she was doing. Like, you're trying to look for someone good and you're shitting on your old employee. It's just not a good look.
But at this point, you're just so desperate to get out here. You're like, whatever.
Yes. And I don't know the industry that well. Like maybe that's just how people work. I knew people could be dicks. Yeah. So accepted. And yeah, the first day, the guy that I didn't love, just like the vibe, it's very serious, very, if you think of like a textbook manager or an agent in LA, that's what he's like. Kind of intimidating, big guy, doesn't care how he talks to you.
All right, we
don't need it. We can cut that one. Not a bad thing though. Hey.
No, hey, yeah.
It's a good thing.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
He looks like a villain. He looks like a villain.
Super villain.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, and a very ironic name. We're not saying his name. Very ironic name.
Very ironic name.
Yeah, but yeah, as time went on, he would tell me how much everyone else at the company would make, and he would tell me about how much ass I would get if I got promoted. Yeah.
At a low level agency, because that's what chicks
with
dig.
11
or management. Yeah, because you go to Waterfront. Yo, shoddy. I'm at XYZ. What?
Never heard of it. Yeah, and then there were a few. He'd stand in his doorway, trying to flashlight in my eyes. Like this is straight up like Entourage, like whatever his face is from
Ari Gold, but without the resume to back it up.
Without the resume to back it up.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's I mean, I'll say it because I don't give a fuck. Ari Emanuel, I've heard some stories already. I know some people from back home who know him because he's from Highland Park, I believe. He's nuts. For sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know someone who was offered his desk.
We do.
And declined.
One of his 3 positions on
One of his, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it takes, I mean, I've said it on here since coming out here. It's kind of a sidebar. Just the agents and the future agents creep me the fuck out.
Yep.
And I know I'm not alone.
Yep.
Because they're just, I don't really know how to describe them other than slimy and greasy.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are great adjectives.
They look, I feel like they're trying to gain something off of you.
Even if it's a normal conversation about anything. Yeah. Like when we were at the
WME party.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who work at WME.
I'm
not shitting on WME, but
I am.
Well, yeah, I know you are. But
no, I work at WME or CAA, depending on what random person I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And I know everyone in the mailroom, even though I just started like a month ago.
Was that in North Hollywood when we went? That
no,
day? It was a house party.
It was in West Side because it was after Waterfront.
I thought we drove all the way into North Hollywood. Did we not?
No, it was like
okay. Never mind. Okay,
it was on.
Well,
it was on the water.
Whatever it was. Even there was. One
you're saying
with Zach Katz and.
Yeah, no, that wasn't.
That was
North
the West
Hollywood.
Side.
Yeah, that was. West Side.
My bad. Okay, for some reason I thought it was North Hollywood.
That was after the guy charged my car.
My bad.
You want to fucking do this?
That was my bad.
Are we doing this right now?
That was my bad. I'm sorry.
So many inside jokes. Okay.
Sorry.
Back it up just a touch.
Okay.
I'm driving out of Waterfront because I'm the DD half the time when I have a car.
Well, this was the day. This was the day that we went to a WME party.
Correct.
Just,
Yes.
Yeah. Just to
rest in peace to Sanat. She's healing up right now.
Did they know?
They will know with the Lexi interview. It was the same day.
Okay.
I was so sad. I'm driving out of Waterfront. This guy, I didn't even really understand. We're in an alley, and he's tailgating me. And
okay,
I was
drunk. I was a little drunk.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was tailgating me, and I was turning left. I guess I wasn't going fast enough for him. And
might have been it.
Keep in mind, people were walking into my car.
Yeah. This was like a walkway alley. This wasn't like a sketchy. Yeah. This was
but that was like a simulation because remember that one guy just cut across my car.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is going on? So the guy behind me is like, what's going on up there? Yeah. I'm like, what's going on up here?
Yeah.
And then we're pulling out. You take a left. We're flipping each other off. I'm not. I have no clue what's going on back there. I got 5 people in my car.
Yeah.
And all I hear is, are we fucking doing this right now? And the guy opens his door. His blonde girlfriend in the front just flipping us off. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, it's because I slam on the brakes.
No, what happened was I was the only one in the car flipping the guy off. At least over and over again.
Yeah.
And I remember the guy started speeding up. Like he was riding your ass when he saw me flipping off.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh my God, then you tried driving on the opposite side of the road to get in front of the people.
But what really pissed him off was I was rolling like super slow on purpose. But I was antagonizing him because you were like, roll.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, fine. I'll have a little fun.
I like getting, it's fun.
And then he opens his door. Are we fucking doing this right now?
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. So I go opposite side of the road. He comes up to my back window and just absolutely, I don't want to mess up the camera, just like hammers it. And
that was so funny.
It was so wild. It was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Anyway, and then we went to a WME house party after that fever dream.
Yep.
Continue. Sorry. Yeah, agents suck.
Yeah, no, we were just like having a normal conversation with a few people, and it was just, I don't know. But it's really the people that are aspiring to be agents. Because we have a lot of friends that work at agencies that
want to be writers.
They want to write or they want to produce or something they don't want to work in talent. And those people are usually fine because they know what they want to do and they're just doing this as a resume builder and to make connections. But there are a few people that we've met that want to be agents, and it's like, why? Like you're literally just ruining your life. Like it's work is your life. And it's like scary to think that.
You also don't have talent.
Right. And you're kind of just like dick riding.
Yeah.
Well, for most cases, yeah. It's like you're just there to get money. Like you don't.
What makes a talented agent? Connections. If you know everyone.
Right. I think just being a good talker, being able to convince people of things. Like I think if I actually wanted to, I think I could be a decent agent, but I don't want to do that. I don't know. I think you'd be a good agent too, but
You
like
think?
it's just I do think you would be, but it's like
If you want to put in that work.
yeah, which I don't. I don't have that energy. I like enjoying my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm not passionate enough about being an agent.
How does someone become passionate about being an agent?
I don't know.
I feel like it's a failed actor.
Yeah, it's also depressing. Like everyone I've met that is in that role that actually wants to be in that role, it's like sad.
Really?
At least the people I worked for, it's just sad. Like that you were once an assistant that got shit on, and you were grinding for years, and then you're like a junior agent. You're not really fully an agent for like years, and then you become an agent, and then what? You suck clients' dicks, and then sign them, and then push for them to get roles. It's stupid. Yeah,
And then it's, you're on is the seventh person.
cutting that out.
Is that too specific?
Well, now people can go on IMDb and get the cast of
Yeah.
then,
If they can only go on your LinkedIn. I've thought about that before too. It's fine.
good point.
Who cares?
Who on here is going to go on my LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Now everyone is.
I've thought about that before.
Ugh.
When I'm shitting on the pet store. I never put that on my LinkedIn. Or when I'm talking about my former bar, that's fully on my LinkedIn.
Okay.
And also just people who know me know where I bartended in college.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we can. So you hated your job.
Yep.
We don't need to get too into the weeds because it's gonna end up all getting cut.
Yeah.
Then you go and work at a pet store.
Yes.
What was that like as someone with a college degree from also one of the best communication schools in the world? And then you are working alongside interesting people. They're nice.
Mine? Oh, that's mine.
Oh, yeah, that's my drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Okay, so you've talked about your time there, and I had a very different experience.
Totally.
Yeah. It's all about perspective, in my opinion. So when I worked there before Justin did. When Justin came out here, I had already started my new job. So when I was leaving my talent management company, my parents were like, "You're not quitting unless you have another job." So my mom was here, and I walked the streets of Silver Lake with her. That's another giveaway of where whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
Whatever.
Where you live.
I don't care. People can my social security number. So I walked down the street, and the first place I went into was the pet store. And a few days later, they called me for an interview. I got the job there. Was crying. Kid you not? Like I was crying, happy tears. Yeah. And then I went in the next day to my talent job and quit. And then I think it was a week later I started the pet store. And so,
are you still working in the industry?
Oh, when they asked me where I was. Yeah. Maybe. Well, at the time I did have an interview lined up at another, some other talent or something in the industry.
Injuries.
Right.
Podcasting is a dangerous sport.
Dangerous sport. Man. That's why your eyes all stuff like that.
I'm on the IL. No.
Where was I talking about?
You had another job lined up. Interview lined up.
Well, I think, I don't know. Whatever it was, it fell through. And then, so I started. And when I started, it was a breath of fresh air because I'd been out here already for 3 months, maybe a little bit more. And Denver had a second to breathe and enjoy LA. My old job, I'd work for a few hours on Sunday and I'd work late nights. So it was kind of nice for me. I liked it. Once I left work, I had no work left. I could relax. I have a dog out here. I could get her cheaper food and everything. It was a great deal. But after a certain point, there were days where I'm like putting cans away and I'm like, ugh. I'm like, I loved everyone there and like the fact that they gave me that job. But at a certain point, I'm like, okay, I gotta get back into entertainment. Because there were some days where I'm like, oh, I just graduated college and came out here to be in TV and film, and now I'm not. So thankfully, I got a job in January back in entertainment.
What kept you on that line of thinking? Yes, this sucks, but I'm not going to be unemployed because I have bills to pay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to wait to get another job. What kept you in it?
How did I stick with it? And
how did you stick with it?
Did show up 5 minutes late to, yeah.
I showed up 3 minutes late, I showed up late every day.
Right. I don't think I showed up late once.
Watch it. Comes here sometimes.
Oh my God. No, that was when I was on time. I got there on the
12:00. Yeah.
Yeah. I was there on the dot, clocked in on the dot. I think, I don't know. I mean, we have different personalities.
Yes.
We just, I don't think there was really, I don't really know why. I think it's just like, I would think I was really grateful because I was happier than I was before. So that's all I really cared about. And I like anything from my old job was a step up. So I was thankful. They gave me a job within days.
Yeah.
And I like the people there, the same level. And I like some of the older people too.
The same level, homies.
Yeah.
Homies.
I'd say the majority of the people though that I worked with, I really liked.
Yeah.
So I couldn't, there was nothing for me to complain about. I wish I got paid more but it was nice. And in hindsight, now that I got a job in entertainment again, like perfect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I was still there right now, I'd be kind of
itching.
Yeah. I think I have a little more patience than you when it comes to certain things. Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
So now you work at a PR agency.
Yeah.
Work in entertainment PR. Do you watch I Think You Should Leave?
That's what I say to everyone when I meet them. Yeah.
Yes. So you like it.
I do.
And detail your job for the uninitiated.
So basically I'm an assistant, first of all, to the VP of entertainment marketing. And I support her on film and TV campaigns where we try to get publicity and the word out on the film. It's either just so that we get more people to view the film or show, or if it's for a festival to get someone to buy the film. So we just had Tribeca Film Festival. We had 2 acquisition titles that I worked on. There were some others, but our goal was to get them do press days, and hopefully get their film bought. With other things that I've worked on, it's just, we just want their campaign to go well and do Q&As and bigger press days, international press days. So I do a lot of my job is a lot of logging things in grids, and I don't want to say bitch work because it's not as much bitch work as my old one was.
Administrative work.
It's It's honestly, it's more administrative because I'm actually interacting with the talent and producers and directors and on a first name basis, which I love because that's way before I wasn't doing that. Before I was just sending emails. I would never talk to them really. But now I'm I'm on every call on Zoom, and I will be at the events at press with them. I'm hanging out with them, making sure everything's good with them. And it's cool. I go to premieres. I set up red carpets. I'll go to the after parties for some premieres. Yeah, it's cool. Mm-hmm. It's really cool. It's a unique, I didn't think that PR would offer me this much exposure into the industry, but it did. And I'm really, I don't know. It was, I got lucky, I think, because not everyone gets to go do these things. And I get to see films before press even gets to see them, which is cool. Yeah. So, yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
But it's stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but good stressful because I kind of like I like what I get to do.
Do you appreciate the old Hollywood? I say entertainment industry aspect. You do appreciate the entertainment industry aspect of it. The traditional movies, TV.
Like, what do you mean?
Just working with, I can't name names, obviously. Just working with big name people on movies and things. That's what is really drawing you towards the job, I feel like. Right?
Right. Well, as opposed to what?
As opposed to just it being a means to an end, like a paycheck.
Fully. Yeah. No. This is like I remember my first day, my literal first day. I go in, and it was the second phone call I was on. Was with one of my favorite writer directors ever, and I'm sitting on this call, and I'm like, is this really who I think it is? And it fully was, and I'm like, I don't know. I was just bugging out. Like, I called my parents after. I'm like, guys, I was just like on the phone with him. And then a few months later, I was with him at his press day, and I was with him at other Q&A events. And like, now we fully know each other, and it is just crazy. And then I also, one of my first days, I saw who my boss's clients were, and there were other names on that list where it's just like, whoa, it's just crazy. I haven't met some of those other whoa people, but the one that I did meet, like, who I know is like, I don't know. I'm just like so lucky. So yeah. I do. It's not a means to an end type of job.
Exactly.
It's something I think is actually cool, and it's a lot cooler than I thought it was when I took the job.
Yeah. Do you see yourself? Obviously, you came here to be a writer.
Yeah.
However, could you see yourself going down this path of being a publicist?
It's a good question. I don't know. Like, I graduated a year ago. I'm 22. I knew I wanted to be in this industry, and I like writing, and I like being silly.
We do like being silly.
We like being silly.
You're a big silly guy.
I'm a big silly guy.
Yeah. You take yourself way less seriously on the internet than I do, which I admire.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate, by the way, that I'm on this podcast.
Like,
this is cool.
Thank you.
I'm happy about this.
Thank you.
What was I?
Staying in PR.
Oh yeah.
Even if this, because writing, as we both know, first of all, writer's strike.
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
Second of all, movies and TV, along with the issues of the writer's strike. Fuck the writers, by the way. Don't. I'm anti-writers. I'm big studio.
So funny.
I'm
big
pro studio
guy. Yeah,
big studio guy.
Right.
There are a lot of issues at hand. That's why it's going on. It's been 2 months already, if not more.
Has it really been? No, it hasn't been more than 2 months.
Yeah, it has.
No, I don't
fully.
No,
It started back in April, at least.
But it hasn't been 2 months.
It started like mid-April. It's mid-June as we record this.
Maybe it has. Okay. That went by quick.
There are less of them now. They're thinning.
Yeah, I know.
The paid protesters. Fuck them. I hate them, dude. They're so annoying.